Tonight, several developing stories as we come on the air. Flood watches and winter weather alerts in the west. Multiple states from the south to the mid-Atlantic now bracing for severe storms, possibly tornadoes. A mass shooting in Indiana, 7 victims, the youngest just 12 years old. And what you need to know about the serious AT&T data breach. But first, the storm in the west, more than 20 million under flood watches, cars spinning out, part of a major coastal highway washed away, more than a foot of snow falling in the mountains, and the nation's heartland now faces a severe weather threat to start the week. Our weather team times it all out. Also tonight, 7 children shot outside a mall in Indianapolis, the victims ranging in age from 12 to 17.
I need 4 medics right now.
Police plead with parents to keep their kids out of trouble as they search for a suspect. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu undergoes surgery at a critical moment. His government facing mounting protests with more than 100 Israeli hostages still held in Gaza. A key member of the Super Bowl champions wanted by police. His possible connection to this serious chain reaction crash. A deadly plane crash in Northern California, the plane going down while attempting to land. What we're learning about the victims, 2 successful tech entrepreneurs. Cranes and crews begin the painstaking work of removing the wreckage from the Key Bridge. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg with the timeline for reopening the Baltimore harbor. The AT&T breach, 73 million accounts impacted, the equivalent of 1 in 5 Americans. Some account information now turning up on the dark web. The implications and why you might need to change your password now. Countdown to the eclipse, just 8 days until the once-in-a-generation phenomenon as the sun appears to vanish behind the moon. Visitors flocking to 13 states that will see a total eclipse, hotel rooms already selling out. And Easter around the world, the faithful joining in prayer, a sunrise celebration in the nation's capital, and Pope Francis and his plea for peace at the Vatican.
From ABC News World Headquarters in New York, this is World News Tonight.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us on this Easter Sunday. We do begin tonight with a dangerous storm system on the move. More than 20 million on alert for flooding in Southern California. Heavy rain washing out this highway in Montecito, leaving a long line of stranded drivers. Rain causing spinouts and crashes on a drenched highway in the San Fernando Valley. This highway near Big Sur was forced to close after a section of it fell into the ocean. In Long Beach, the rain and gusty winds caused this tree to fall onto a house, but fortunately, the mother and son inside the home are safe tonight. This comes as millions prepare to head home after a long holiday weekend. Our weather team is tracking it all. Dani Beckstrom from our partner station, WABC in New York, leads us off.
Tonight, more than 20 million people in Southern California remain under flood watches.
We are still seeing some pretty strong cells moving through this morning.
In northern Los Angeles, heavy rain on Highway 101 causing this sedan to spin out. Moments later, a second car colliding into it. No major injuries reported.
Oh my God, this car is flooded.
In Montecito, cars flooded on this part of Highway 101 after heavy rains turned the roads into a river there. And in Long Beach, the rain and gusting winds causing this eucalyptus tree to collapse onto a house with a mother and son inside. Luckily, no one was injured. Parts of Highway 1 near Big Sur forced to close after this 10-foot section of the southbound lane collapsed into the ocean near the Rocky Creek Bridge, prompting officials to rescue stranded passengers. Southern California has been inundated with relentless rounds of rain this year. Downtown Los Angeles alone received more than a foot of rain in February, making it the wettest month the city's experienced in 26 years. In the San Bernardino Mountains, intense snowfall and high winds bringing low visibility and treacherous driving conditions. Stranded cars and vehicles along the roads, drivers trying to dig out over a foot of snow since Friday night.
A mixed bag on this April Eve, and Dani is back with us now. Dani, this storm system is making its way across the country, now threatening the heartland. Time this all out for us.
It is. Lindsay, heavy rain, mountain snow impacting the West Coast all weekend long, and it's not over yet. Flooding concerns continue for Southern California this evening, with alerts in effect across several states, including winter weather hazards for much of the Rockies. Tomorrow, our attention turns to the middle of the country as this system slides a severe thunderstorm threat to the heartland. Cities like Dallas, Tulsa, and St. Louis on alert for a potential severe weather outbreak with damaging wind, large hail, and possible tornadoes. An enhanced risk, that's level 3 of 5, for severe storms for much of Oklahoma, Missouri, and Illinois after dark on Monday. Tuesday, the threat shifts east again, with parts of the South and Mid-Atlantic facing the potential for strong wind and large hail. The system also a big rainmaker here in the Northeast, with rounds of rain through midweek. After New York City saw the fourth wettest March in recorded history, it's going to be a rough start to the work week for so many. Lindsay?
Lots of varied concerns there weather-wise. Dani, thank you. Now to that mass shooting in Indianapolis. At least 7 children shot near a mall. Police say all of the victims are between the ages of 12 and 17. Tonight, the urgent search for the shooter. This is just the latest outbreak of violence in that city in recent weeks. Here's ABC's Morgan Norwood with the new details coming in tonight.
Tonight, authorities in Indianapolis investigating a mass shooting outside a shopping mall that injured 7 children, the youngest just 12 years old.
I need 4 medics right now.
It is extremely concerning to us that so many of our young people have been victims of gun violence this evening.
Police say they were already on patrol Saturday night when they heard gunfire. They found a large group of kids and say 6 of them had been shot.
I have a juvenile male shot twice, with an arm with a leg, tourniquet being applied.
Officers frantically calling for medics as they started aid on their own. Police say another injured child showed up at the hospital that same night.
This was at 11:30 at night, the evening right before Sunday, Easter. So if you don't know where your 12-year-old is, I think that should be a priority for you.
This shooting just the latest in Indianapolis in the past 2 weeks. Last weekend, police say they fatally shot a suspect who himself shot 5 people outside a bar. And the weekend before, police say an argument also at a bar led to a shooting that killed 1 person and injured 5 others.
Conflict should not lead to somebody pulling out a gun and trying to resolve it. The consequences are eternal.
And Lindsay, police believe this latest incident stemmed from some sort of argument. They also believe there was more than 1 gun involved. Tonight, they are combing through surveillance video to track down the suspect. Lindsay?
Certainly a top priority there, Morgan. Thank you. Overseas now to Pope Francis, overcoming concerns about his health to deliver the traditional Easter Sunday message. More than 60,000 gathering in St. Peter's Basilica Square. The 87-year-old pontiff appeared in good form after a busy Holy Week. He skipped an event on Friday to preserve his health. More now from ABC's Ines de la Cuetara.
On this Easter Sunday, Pope Francis delivering a message of hope and peace before the more than 60,000 faithful who packed St. Peter's Square.
A cominciare da quelle di Israele e Palestina.
The pontiff calling for an immediate ceasefire in Gaza, for more aid to be allowed in, and for the release of Israeli hostages held by Hamas, as well as a Russia-Ukraine prisoner swap. The Pope highlighting the plight of children in conflict zones who he said have forgotten how to smile.
La pace.
Adding, peace is never made with weapons, but with outstretched hands and open hearts. The 87-year-old, who suffers from mobility and respiratory issues, mostly sitting during the service, later smiling as he shook hands with cardinals, and he appeared to be in good spirits as he waved to the crowds from his Pope-mobile. This after the Pope limited his appearance at several events leading up to Easter Sunday, raising new concerns about his health. The Vatican saying it was to preserve his health for the weekend ceremonies.
And Ines joins us now. Ines, there was another notable appearance on this Easter holiday at Windsor Castle.
That's right, Lindsay. King Charles and Queen Camilla attended services at St. George's Chapel at Windsor Castle. It was a rare public appearance for the king since his cancer diagnosis earlier this year. As expected, Prince William and Princess Kate were not in attendance, but the king seemed to be in good spirits, thanking members of the congregation and members of the public who were there. Lindsay?
Ines, thank you. Next tonight, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is undergoing surgery to treat a hernia. This is Netanyahu who faces protests at home and international criticism over the war with Hamas. Ceasefire talks are set to resume this week. Let's bring in ABC's Britt Clennett, who's in Israel for us. And Britt, this is clearly a critical moment for Netanyahu.
Yeah, tonight, Lindsay, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is undergoing surgery for a hernia as anger mounts against his failure to bring home the 132 hostages still held in Gaza. Tens of thousands gathered in the largest demonstration held in Jerusalem since the war began. Hours ago, speaking ahead of the surgery, Netanyahu saying he will return to work very quickly, reiterating there is no victory without going into Rafah. It comes amid a widening rift with Biden. Netanyahu again Ukraine saying pressure from the U.S. won't stop them from destroying the Hamas battalions there. Despite that, the Biden administration green-lighting another round of weapons for Israel worth billions of dollars. Some Democrats are criticizing the decision, saying Israel has a responsibility to limit civilian casualties and allow more aid into Gaza amid a worsening humanitarian crisis. Lindsay.
Britt, thank you. Back here at home, police in Dallas are reportedly looking for NFL star Rashee Rice. Our Dallas affiliate WFAA cites sources reports the wide receiver for the Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs is being sought in connection with a major multi-vehicle accident Saturday evening. Police say a Lamborghini and Corvette were speeding when they lost control and crashed. Everyone in those two cars ran off. 4 people in other cars suffered minor injuries in the chain reaction crash. Next tonight, the investigation into a deadly plane crash in Northern California. 2 people died after a single-engine plane crash while trying to land at the Truckee Tahoe Airport on Saturday night. The NTSB and FAA are now on the scene. What we're learning about the victims. Here's ABC's Jacqueline Lee.
Tonight, the NTSB and FAA launching an urgent investigation into what caused a single-engine aircraft to crash into this wooded area in Northern California, killing 2.
Aircraft fully engulfed, pilot possibly ejected. We're trying to walk around, look for it.
Authorities say the incident took place shortly before 7 p.m. local time Saturday. The plane crashing while attempting to land at Truckee Tahoe Airport. Light snow falling in the area at the time. Crews racing to the scene, parts of the aircraft coming down on railroad tracks near the airport.
It looks like one of these tracks is completely unusable.
Late today, Silicon Valley Fund Up West saying in a statement their senior advisor Laron Petrushka and his wife Naomi, both well-known tech entrepreneurs, lost their lives in the crash, saying, "We are all heartbroken by this loss and will forever hold Laron and Naomi in our hearts." Lindsay, tracking data shows the plane originated from Centennial Airport in Colorado before it crashed. According to the NTSB, the couple were the only 2 on board. Lindsay?
Jacqueline, thank you. Now to the massive recovery efforts underway after that deadly bridge collapse in Maryland. The first of several Carnival cruise ships rerouted to Norfolk from Baltimore arrived in port today. The Coast Guard released this video of crews cutting the top portion of the bridge. Let's bring in ABC's Ika Jachi, who's in Baltimore for us tonight. Ika, what have you learned about the timeline for reopening this vital port?
Well, Lindsay, Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg says the Army Corps of Engineers do not want to speculate on a timeline given the complexity of this operation. Nevertheless, crews are already removing large sections of the bridge. Earlier today, a 200-ton piece of the span was removed from a portion of the wreckage. But it's not all about just clearing the debris. Engineers are constantly checking to make sure no other portions of the bridge will shift during the ongoing removal process. Experts say pieces of metal are under a lot of compression and tension. They could behave like a spring if not expertly managed. Crews did a grounding survey, which was an effort to determine how hard the ground around the dolly is, giving insight on the best strategy for pulling pieces of metal off. Again, no word on when a bridge will be up and running. Meanwhile, the work on opening a restricted channel continues to allow smaller vessels the ability to get around the wreckage. Lindsay?
Really important lifeline there, Ike. Thank you. We now turn to the AT&T data breach that dumped millions of customers' personal information onto the dark web. Let's bring in ABC's Mary Alice Parks, who's in Washington. Mary Alice, what's the latest on that investigation?
Yeah, Lindsay, AT&T admitting that even people's social security numbers were compromised, ending up on the dark web. And just the size of this data breach was absolutely staggering. Over 70 million account holders. That's the equivalent of 1 in 5 Americans. Now, AT&T says that 90% are former accounts. The data appears to be from 2019 or earlier. AT&T says they're reaching out to those former customers, resetting the passcodes for current account holders, and working with cybersecurity experts. The company says they have not identified the source yet, and that personal call history and financial information was not included. But Lindsay, of course, in February, service was impacted for many hours for many AT&T customers after a software update went wrong. The company blamed that on a technical coding error. Lindsay?
All right, Mary Alice, our thanks to you. Next tonight, the countdown to the total solar eclipse, now just 8 days away. This rare event is expected to generate record-breaking travel and spending. Millions of Americans are hitting the roads to secure the best views, with major cities prepping for a much-needed economic boost. Here's ABC's Rena Roy.
Tonight, the countdown is on, with just 8 days until that once-in-a-generation total solar eclipse.
I don't know if there are words to describe the level of excitement I have.
From Texas to Maine, 31 million Americans across 13 states in the path of totality, where the moon will completely block the sun, creating sudden darkness for about 4 minutes and a temperature drop of roughly 10 degrees Fahrenheit. Millions of eclipse chasers expected to travel for a front row seat, the phenomenon projected as the year's largest mass travel event in the U.S. The FAA expects this to be the busiest week of spring, forecasting more than 50,000 flights on Thursday alone and warning of potential delays.
I think many communities are also going to see tourists unlike the numbers that they've ever seen before.
Towns and cities in the eclipse's path bracing for an influx of visitors.
There's approximately 10,000 rooms available. To the best of our knowledge, that most of those are sold out.
The Myers family driving 1,500 miles from Florida to Dallas, Texas.
We booked our room back in the fall, maybe October, November.
Hundreds of schools closing or dismissing early for the day. Local officials expecting heavy traffic.
These are going to be small roads that don't normally see tens of thousands of people that could potentially be seeing tens of thousands of vehicles.
And Lindsay, it's really no surprise that sky watchers are flocking from all around the country for this. Here in the lower 48 states, we won't be seeing this again for another 20 years. Lindsay?
A monumental moment, Rena. Thank you. And you can see the eclipse on Monday, April 8th with coverage starting on GMA. You can follow it live on Eclipse Across America beginning at 2 p.m. Eastern on ABC, ABC News Live, Nat Geo, and all of Disney's family of networks and social platforms. There is still much more ahead on World News Tonight this Sunday. We're getting close to another billion-dollar lottery jackpot and March Madness. 2 tickets to the women's Final Four and a rematch for the ages. Next tonight, the tragic death of a rising star. Chance Perdomo was killed in a motorcycle accident, according to his representatives. Perdomo's breakout role came in the Netflix series Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. He also starred in Prime Video's Gen V. Chance Perdomo was just 27 years old. To March Madness now, Purdue will join UConn and Alabama in the Final Four on the men's side. For the women, you saw it right here on ABC. South Carolina just keeps its perfect season alive after beating Oregon State 70-58 to make the Final Four. North Carolina State is also going. They upset Texas 76-66. Hoping to join them are Caitlin Clark's Iowa and Angel Reese's LSU. They'll meet tomorrow in a rematch of last year's championship game. When we come back, Beyonce proves once again why so many call her the Queen. To the index and a police chase, but it may not be what you expect. Body cam video from Albuquerque police shows an officer on horseback giving chase to a shoplifting suspect who's accused of stealing more than $200 worth of merchandise from Walgreens. The man yelled, "It wasn't me," as he tried to evade the officer. He gave up when 2 more officers arrived on horses. Next, the Queen is shattering records again. Beyonce's country-inspired album Cowboy Carter debuted Friday with more than 76 million streams on Spotify. It's the year's biggest one-day debut and the biggest ever by a black female artist. Her single Texas Hold'em had already been streamed more than 200 million times. And tickets sold in 4 different states came close to winning the Powerball grand prize, matching 5 numbers, but not the Powerball. That means the jackpot has now grown to a whopping $975 million for the Monday night drawing. The odds of winning are 1 in 292 million. Good luck. And when we come back, Easter celebrations the world over. Finally, the joy and promise of Easter. Throngs of Christians worldwide celebrating Easter today, the culmination of Holy Week. In Washington, D.C., parishioners from the National Community Church attended a service on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial. Thousands gathered at dawn at the top of Stone Mountain in Georgia. The park there has held a sunrise service to celebrate Easter since 1944. In Baltimore, worshipers attended Easter Mass at Sacred Heart of Jesus and St. Patrick. In the Philippines, a celebratory procession at dawn. The age-old practice of hunting for Easter eggs in Germany, and in Sri Lanka, women held candles as they offered prayers. At this Easter prayer event in Nepal, participants adorned bright and bold attire, commemorating the occasion with dance. Ceremonies both solemn and celebratory around the globe, marking the most important festival on the Christian calendar with processions, prayers, and hopes for peace. Thanks for watching. I'm Lindsay Davis. Good night.
Thank you for making World News Tonight with David Muir America's most watched newscast.